previous class we talked about application layer. Okay, before we go to it, can you say what are the layers of the OSI model? Whenever the sender establishes the connection to the receiver. Yes, we can start from John Paul. So what is the topmost layer or the least layer? Yes. What is first layer? Physical layer. Then what is the next layer? Data link layer. Then the network or transport. It is a network layer. Then transport layer. Then section layer. Presentation. Then application layer. Example. So now let's see one by one. So what is the role of physical layer? Yes, Pavitra. What is physical layer? From the name you can define what the physical layer is. Yes, this layer focus on how your data is going to be streamed over the medium, transmission medium. Okay, what are the transmission medium we are using? Yes, wired medium. Okay, wireless medium, coaxial cable, fiber optics. Okay, so transmission medium and mode of transmission. What is mode of transmission? Transmission mode is, what are transmission modes? It's defined in this physical layer. Yes? Danush. What are transmission mode? What is between tubeless, full tubeless, half tubeless? Who's Danush here? Okay, anyone? So how the connection is established between the host or client and sender, client and server or sender and receiver. Okay, what is duplex mode? So sender request, then after receiving the request, the server or the receiver acknowledge. Okay, at that time there is only one communication. What is full duplex? So both sender and receiver communicate each other at the same time. Okay, sender and receiver at the same time, right? That is a full duplex. Okay, so what medium and what mode and what topology? What is topology? How the nodes in the network can be connected. Okay, so what is mean by network? What is mean by network? Collection of systems. Okay, so it's only collection of systems. It's not even a servers involved in it. It is called as a network, right? So how they are connected? What are the connecting devices we are using? Yes, we are using switches and routers. So within the network, to connect all the nodes, we are using switches. Okay, so to connect one network with another network, we are using a routers. Okay, so these are the basic connecting elements. Okay, so so the connection between how the node is connected with the switch or router. So that is also defined at the physical layer. Okay, transmission mode, configuration, line configuration, and medium, and how the data is going to be transmitted, either digital or analog signal. Okay, zeros and ones are analog signals. Okay, 0 or 1 voltage. Okay, so that is also all defined at the physical layer. So it allow the data to be data link layer? What is the role of data link layer? Yes? Okay, I will come from the top. Okay? Okay. So here there is one email or any other application. Can you say any other application other than email? Outlook is an application for mail transfer, right? Right? Other than that, mail, other than email transfer, any other file transfer, this is an application. Yes? File FTP, file transfer, we can do. Okay? Then RPC, okay? Message communication, file communication, email communication. These are all the applications. Okay? So you are the user at the node A and there is another user at the node B. How both two are connected together whenever they want to share an email or a message or whatever. Yes, the application running here. So what is the application? How they are interconnected or how they are interfaced with the system, the application, the email or whatever. How it is interacted with the system through the browser, right? Right? So the browser is an interface. So through the browser, the client application, that is FTP or whatever, file or message or whatever, email, anything. Okay? So via the browser, they are interacted with the network. Okay? So first application layer, your application is here, it's ready and it want to be transmitted over the network to connect with the destination. So application layer, it might decide what kind of application it is. So here we have various protocols. So commonly used protocols are these are file transfer, then simple mail transfer protocols, and POP3 messages, HTTP, secure cell. So these are all the protocols. Using this protocol, we can send your application or the data, right? Then it is given to the presentation layer. So what is the presentation layer is? What is presentation layer? Suppose I want to send an email or a file. So this email is given to this application layer. So this user in node A, okay, using an SMTP protocol, send using the browser, via the browser, it send your email to the application layer. So here decide what protocol it is. So the protocol take care of the data. Then it is given to the presentation layer. So what is this presentation layer will do? Rajesh, what is the role of presentation layer? From the name you can define what is presentation. How the data looks are arranged. Okay. So either you want to send the data as it is in a post-TA format. For example, this system support 32-bit representation. This one support 64-bit representation. Or here the system using one UTF-8 encoding technique and this one is using another encoding technique. So they are using different encoding, compression technique, they are using different encryption technique since we want to send the data in a secure format. Okay, so we are each system has its own technologies. Okay, so how the data should be represented. So that is decided here. So the kind of what kind of compression, encoding, what else? What is this? Then encryption. So that all will be decided at the presentation layer. So now my email is given to the presentation layer. Now it is encrypted by the email and it is given to the session layer. So what is the role of the session layer? Session. What is session? Yes. So session means a time limit exists between the two nodes to make a communication. Okay, time mode. Okay, time duration for establishing the connection or establishing the communication between the two nodes. Okay, so session layer decide at what time establish the connection. Okay, and what time to how long to maintain the connection between the two nodes and when to terminate the connection. So that all decided at the session layer. Okay, establish the connection, maintain the connection, terminate the connection. Okay, that session timing, the session management is done here. Okay, and it is given to the transport layer. Kamaleshwar, what is transport layer? Transport. See, OAC model advantage is everything is there. The meaning definition of that layer is given by the name itself. You can write directly. Transport layer. So, who are responsible for the transport? Transport of what? Transport of the yes, the email. Okay, how the data is going to be transmitted over the network from node A to node B. So here at the transport layer, this entire email is divided into chunks of data. Okay, what is the name of the data chunk which is divided, splitted in the transport layer? What is the name of the data chunk in the transport layer? Segments, right? Okay, so segmentation is the main role of a transport layer. Okay, so email is sent to the application layer and decide what protocol it is. Then here presentation layer, here it decide what kind of encryption, compression, and encoding technique, and the session is established. Then it is given to the transport layer. Now this entire email is divided into data chunks, that is segments, and with each segment it will do one sequencing. Give a segment number for every data segments. Okay, so that is for the sequence number is used for. Why it is given segment number? Reassemble, since they are divided into segments and they are scattered over the network. So it should be rearranged at the another node, at the another end, at the receiver end. So how, in what format, in what way they are going to be rearranged based on the sequence number. Okay, so the data is here divided into smaller unit is called as segments, and with each segment number is given, that is called as sequencing. So segmentation is happened here at the source as well as in the destination. Reassembly is taken place based on the segment number. Okay, this is the main task of a transport layer. What is another main task of a transport layer? Yes, it is responsible for yes, not error correction. Error detection is taken place at the transport layer or at the data link layer. So control the data, it is taken place at the data link layer. Transport layer perform only transport functions. So transport layer, segmentation, reassembly, sequencing. Another important one is yes, it ensure end-to-end communication. What is meant by end-to-end communication? Okay. So I want to send the email from this node to this node. What is the main requirement? The data. What data is going to be transmitted? That is mandatory. What is another important thing other than filter, compression, all the features? What is the main thing required to transmit the data over the network? Address. And sending a post means where to send. Okay? So from address and destination and to address is mandatory. So send and post. So like that, so send an email, we are giving a source and destination address. So source and destination address will be given. Okay, this is given at the network layer. It's fine. So the host here, this is a single user system or multi-purpose system. Nowadays, this is a single user system, single tasking system or multitasking system. Multitasking. What do you mean by what do you mean by multitasking? All things speaking. Yes. What? Okay, what is multitasking? Speaker. What is multitasking? Can you give an example, real-time example? You have a laptop. How can you say your laptop is multitasking? So you are opening multiple tabs. Okay? So you are opening your browser, you are sending an email, then you are opening an application and you are running it, and you are opening your WhatsApp and you are sending messages. Okay? So in a single system So source and destination address is given at the network layer. What is the role of the transport layer is the email operation application in this node want to communicate with an email of a node B. Okay, so this is an email is a process A here, process B. So process A want to communicate with process B. So for each process there is an address is given, that is called as a port number. Okay, so the port address is defined at the transport layer. Okay, port number is defined for the process at the transport layer. So that is an end-to-end communication. So the two applications running on the source and destinations are connected and the addresses of the processes are defined at the transport layer. Okay, the reason is since we are running multiple applications. So where to send? So okay, I know the destination. So in the destination, to which process I have to send the data. So the process address is given at the transport layer. Right? Clear? So what about the network layer? So as you know well, so network layer assign the source and destination address. So here your data is divided into data segments and the data segments are given to network layer. Further segments are divided into here. What's the name of the data unit here? Packets. Okay. So here this is called as in packets. Each packet network layer IP protocol. What is IP protocol? Internet protocol define the IP address. Okay. So gives IP address and it is add this information as header with every packet. So with each packet it add the IP address of the source and destination. So this is takes place at the network layer. And what about routing? Have any idea about routing? Yes.
Many IP addresses are stored in one place or shortlist.
So okay. So node A want to communicate with node B. We can't expect there is a dedicated connection between two of them. They are available in network. Okay. So to reach these two, there are so many ways to connect A to B. Okay. And among various routes, so which is the best route? For example, if you want to come from your home to the college, there is no dedicated line. There is no dedicated way. Okay. There are multiple ways, and you are choosing the best way. So what is the best way is? Shortest and shortest and sweetest. What are the constraints you are adding? Should be short. First constraint is short. What is the main constraint? Okay, time. That is the shortest means time. Okay, traffic. Then okay, that is the shortest part, but it is available at the highest rate. Can you choose it? Highest rate, highest cost. Can you afford it every day? So shortest path and minimal cost. So these are the two main constraints. According to the based on the two constraints. Can you listen? So based on the two constraints, routing is decided. So the routing protocols are established in the network layer. Okay, what are the routing protocols we are using? Gautam. Listen in the class? No. Sarat, what are the routing protocols? You completed your lab? Have you done any experiments? No. What are the routing protocols? ICMP is a routing protocol. Yes. Can you show me the evidence? TCP are the routing protocols. Don't kill me. please hear about these words. Distance vector routing and link state routing. So these are the routing protocols. Okay. So network layer decide using the appropriate routing protocols to choose the best route. Okay. Design and data link layer. So now here data is defined as a packet. Okay. And here we have an IP protocol plays a main role, and we have a routing protocol. Other than that, we have an ARP or ARP. Okay. Reverse address resolution protocol. This is for mapping IP address and MAC address. Okay. Then data link layer. So here the name of the data unit here is frames. So they are called as a frame. So segments, here packets are further divided into frames. Okay. So in frames, here we add and header. So what is header information? It contains an address of source and destination. Yes, address of the next host. Okay. For example, A connected with B via C and D. Okay. So data link layer, to each frame, first add to each frame is that these are all important interview questions. How your data, whenever you are sending an application, how your email is transferred over the layers and reach the destination. You should know how it is going to. Okay, this is a basic, right? So data link layer, here in each frame, add the source. This is a one host here. The source address, and the next host is at C. So address of C is added with each frame. Already the transport layer, the destination address is given, and here the host endpoint address is given, destination address IP address is given. Okay, and here it gives the next host address. Okay, so that is the role of a data link layer. Here it is called as another name is MAC layer. What is MAC? Media access control layer or logical link control address integrity. Okay, it means the physical address of the next host available in the network. Okay, then so your data frame is given to the physical layer. Now this physical layer decides how is your data is going to be transmitted in terms of bits or in terms of zeros and ones or signals. So and decide what medium, what topology, and into a network. So through the network it reaches the destination based on the address given at the data link layer. So here from the physical layer, bits are transferred into data frames given to the data link layer. So data link layer here remove the header and it's given to the network layer. So network layer remove all the headers. So the packets are framed here from the frames and it is given to the transport layer. So here segmentation reassembly is taken place here and it is given to the session layer. So we maintain the connection and it is given to the session presentation layer. Here your data is converted, decoded or decrypted or decompressed. Okay. So the what form the destination required that to that format it is translated. Okay, translation takes place here and it is given to the application layer. So via the corresponding application layer protocol, it is given to the destination node. Okay, so these are the way your data is traversed over the network using the OSI model. Okay, so this is you have studied in detail, I believe, right? And TCP/IP protocol soon. Now you say what are the protocols used in each layer? Already we have discussed. The application layer we have these protocols. HTTP. Have you heard about HTTP? Yes, HTTP hypertext transfer protocol. We will discuss in detail later. Then FTP, the main SMTP, POP3, SSH. So these are the so these are all the protocols used in the application layer. We make an interface, enable the user to communicate with the network. Okay. Then what is in the presentation layer? There is no specific protocols. These are all the techniques only. Then here what protocols used in the transport layer? TCP and UDP. Okay. So TCP is make sure the reliable communication. That is a connection oriented service. Okay, then fine. Then addition to that we have an IGMP. Okay, so Internet Control Message Protocol. Okay, so this is any error taken place at the connection. So that is controlled by the ICMP protocol and Internet Group Message Protocol. So this protocol is mainly suitable when you are doing a multicasting, when you are flooding data from one sender to the multiple destinations. So in that cases, this IGMP protocol is used. Internet Group Message Protocol. Okay, then okay, these are common protocols used in the network layer. And data link layer, we have a MAC layer protocol and LLC, logical link control. So this is mainly focused on the to control the flow of data between the two hosts. Flow of data not between the source and destination, between the two ends. Okay, like between A and C, not between A and B. Okay, we focus on how to transmit the data, control the flow of data between A and C, not between A and B. That is taking place at the data link layer. Okay, so control flow, what is that? Flow control techniques. What are the flow control techniques? What are flow control? This is a very important question. There is no question paper without these questions. Yes? What is stop and wait? Sliding window. Go back and ARQ. Selective or ARQ. What are they? These are the flow control techniques. Stop and wait, right? Sliding window, flow control techniques. These are all very repeatedly asked questions. Okay. So these are all defined at the data link layer. And physical layer defines about the physical medium. Okay. So now get into our topic. So first, what is application layer? So it is again the topmost layer in the OSI model, right? So here it says, here we have a bundle of applications. Okay, it says how applications are interfaced with the system. Okay, so how the email is connected to the system, how file transfer is connected to the system, how a message transfer is connected to the system. So how the applications are interconnected with the system is defined at the application layer. Okay, so here we have these protocols. Okay, and these are all the ideas, basic ideas behind this application layer. So the first one is a client server paradigm. So what is a client server